way or the other involved in match fixing. But what are we seeing now? Everything is trying to be pushed under the carpet. Well, we said this on Saturday, if you could remember vividly. We discussed, you said, no, it's never in place to start the league with this case pending. What were they waiting for all these weeks? Because if we realize, we notice that they've called each and every player involved in that match, including management officials. And they've even asked them to come up with their defense statements with date and time. I think around 24th of September, thereabout. And we are now in November. So what are we waiting for? 6 weeks down the line? What are we waiting for? Well, we're waiting. I'm still going to be trying his line till he picks or tells me something. Whilst our panelists digress all these, we chronicle these. Then also, well, the Ghana football or the Black Stars, they've invited Richmond Boachi Yadom and Edmond Ado of Sheriff Tiraspol and Beta Jerusalem. And yes, Edmond will be in action today in the UEFA Champions League. So yes, we're going to touch on the UEFA Champions League, that's notwithstanding. But when domestically, Hazakes ladies have also landed in Egypt for the Maiden CAF Women's Champions League. Remember, they've conquered Ghana, they've conquered West Africa, that's the WAFU Zone B, and now they're representing Ghana, the maiden edition. They're in Group A with Malabo Kings, female team, but they are called Kings, and Wadi Degla of Egypt. They are in the first Group A, and we wish them all the best. We're touching it. Nothing much to talk about. This you see Vasigi and his last preparation as to what we should expect. Now, when we cross over to Europe, Paul Scholes is hitting hard on Paul Pogba again and labeled him in quote stupid performance, stupid attitude. I think it's a bit too harsh. This is a World Cup winner. This is a proven player. At least we should respect the words we use. And I think it's just becoming unbecoming. I don't know whether, by their namesake, Paul, so what should be the problem? Anyway, Paul Scholes himself was once a coach at Oldham Athletic, 31 days in office, and he's been bundled out. Now, well, Newcastle United is going in for Unai Emery. Emery said, no, he talked with the owners. Yes, they are rich, is the richest club now, but the vision of the owners is not in resonance with his vision. It's not in connection with what he is saying he wants to do for Newcastle United, so they need to come back again. Now, Antonio Conte is back to the English Premier League, and that is what many are expecting, but not Manchester United. It's rather Tottenham Hotspur. So North London is going to be hot again, once again, North London. And well, we'll be touching on that. Then the UEFA Champions League. Interesting results yesterday. Manchester United. Who else if not Cristiano dos Santos Aveiro Ronaldo on the score sheet again, equalizing in the first half after Ilicic's goal from Atalanta Bergamo in the early stages, the first quarter of the game. Then he equalized 40 plus 1 minute when it was 3 minutes at a time. Then when it came back, Duvan Zapata, the Colombian international, increased the tally for Atalanta 2-1. When it's 90 plus 2, it was Cristiano dos Santos Aveiro Ronaldo on the score sheet again, and they share the spoils. So currently, Manu is at top table in their group. We're going to look at it, and but also we're going to do a preview of AC Milan, Porto, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Dortmund, Ajax, Atletico Madrid, and Liverpool, Man City, Club Brugge, Leipzig, PSG, Sheriff Tiraspol, Inter Milan, and also Sporting Lisbon, Benfica. These are the games which we're expecting this evening. Now, Swiss government court found Sepp Blatter, former FIFA president, and Michel Platini, former UEFA president, guilty of some $2 million mismanagement. This case has been in court for the past 6 years. They ruled the first ruling, they went for appeal, and now another one is out, and they found them guilty. Well, so we're going to touch on all of that. So, well, in the studio, I have Young Prof in the house, Wilson Tonyonya, Storo is in the house. We'll be doing the do this afternoon. So just stick with us. And also, we say thanks to our producer-in-chief, Eddie Kessie, for the production. Join us on Facebook, that's Sandcity TV. Listen to us online, sandcityradioonline.com. Go to YouTube. Our videos are there for you. For your relaxation, watch every time you have the chance. And our text line, if you want to join the conversation, our text line is 0544-929796. Good afternoon, Fred. Good afternoon, Storo.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dennis. Thanks so much for the opportunity and the privilege to be here again.
Yeah.
We are grateful to God Almighty that we are still alive, and we are grateful to everybody on board. Thanks so much to the large one, Eddie Kessie, for the sweet music. The sweet music.
The melodies
yeah.
some fun.
And also very good afternoon to Gabi as well, and Dr. Gray.
Wherever they are. And lest I forget, I want to use this opportunity to say speedy recovery to you, DJ Martin Ronnie Jr. Yes, get well soon, bro. Get well soon.
At times the stress and stuff.
Yeah, the body will not be willing anymore.
That is why
the soul will be willing, but the spirit will be willing, but the body will say no. I need rest.
Somebody who was. Still, how are you?
I'm good, bro.
Okay.
You?
I'm okay. I'm doing well.
Great. Glad to know.
But you were dozing.
Dozing. In the car?
No, the pastor has to pray for you before he gets up.
Hey, Fred.
That doesn't mean I'm no well.
He's fine. He also relaxing, meditating on how he's going to give his fans the best of his analysis and all that. So, at times you just have to meditate a bit. You just have to go. Dr. Gray will tell you when he's sleeping. He will tell you, hey, I see something come past him.
I've been going to the thinking room.
At times, Upana will hide for weeks and he will tell you he's in the thinking room. So Storo was in the meditating room.
Yesterday, Storo met the big man. He met the big man in the evening. Obolo.
Obolo.
So Dennis, we are here to make sure that we give authentic and very comprehensive analysis on all the issues. And we still want to tell our drivers that they have to drive safe, because these few days the accidents are just too much.
I witnessed some in the morning on our airwaves, and it's like it was just horrible.
Horrible.
Where are we rushing to?
Our drivers should just...
It's better late than never. You better get late to the place than never at all. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Our lives are very, very important.
Very important. At times when you rush, definitely you crash.
You crash, yeah.
Yeah, so we have to be careful, because this week, I think just 2 days, the lives that have been lost are just too much.
True. Accident.
Yes, just too much. So our drivers, we are pleading with them. They should today's the market day as well, so they should just be careful. We need to go safe and come back safe.
It's very
Very important. At times, just telling people you are going somewhere and just getting the news that you are no more. The one that happened this week, even people were bent beyond recognition.
Yeah.
And it's just too terrible and terrifying. So our driver...
Maybe end of year and it starts again.
That is where we need to...
Why is it always like that?
There's always pressure on the markets.
No, damn pressure.
People
suffer team and they suffer long. What pressure again? From January to November you suffer, and then December you want payment yourself.
You
come
want
on.
to bang yourself.
Oh, so life they jump small. We can manage them,
The drivers are rushing to make more money and stuff.
More money. I'm not going to be alive before you spend the money.
pressure from the owners as well. But
I don't think there's any pressure from owners.
But some of them are just...
They are just trying to make...
careless. Some of them, they are not driving well at all. And when you see how some of them even do overtaking and stuff like that, even in the cabs, it's bad. You can't do that. So then it's our drivers, they should know that the people in the car, some of them are breadwinners. So a lot of people are depending on people like that. So they should be careful, cautious on the road.
Mi clamo la pomo mai mava mi pobobe yo wa dedito plus we mi ale mi dongba no bo yo yava kono mi agbo me ba mi achi mota ko enwufe ma awo. It's very, very important. I think the Ghana Road Safety Commission and the MTTD, this is the time they should be coming on our airwaves and start. We shouldn't wait for this time anyways, but ever here. So at times, mostly we wait till when it's getting to Christmas before we see our people rushing into grand interviews to educate the public. I think it's something that we should be doing consistently to be reminding them. So, yeah. Well, we're going to start with Hazake's ladies. And, it's been okay for them, good season. And you see Vasigi and Hilat, when they went to the Waffles on B tournament, they lost the first game against the River Angels of Nigeria. And he promised that he saw some lapses and is going to come back stronger than ever. And going to right his wrongs, and they did that in their second game, did that in their third game, and did that in the final, beating Nigeria River Angels again, or maybe not again, but revenging when it matters most. And they've qualified for the maiden edition. They landed in Egypt safely, and they were preparing their boots and all of that, and their tactics and all of that in the maiden edition.
Yeah, then it's very good afternoon again to our wonderful and cherished, very important listeners. For Hazakas ladies, we are so grateful to them for making us proud. And this is the time that we have to invest so much in women football. This is the time we have to give them so much, because the game has come to stay. There are so many countries that are getting into women football. So if we have the opportunity, the privilege to appear at the maiden edition, then it means that we have to invest in them. All that they need to be comfortable and play the game, we have to give it to them. And also, we don't have to expect so much from them. Not
put any pressure on them.
That is it. We don't have to put unnecessary pressure on them. We just have to let them understand that we are behind them. They should go and make a statement. Let the world know that Ghana is also not coming to participate, but we're making statements. Not necessarily winning it, but we have to make sure that we are not just adding to the numbers, but we are putting up good performance at the tournament. So we have to invest, we have to give them the very best. It's just unfortunate that even our Black Queens, these girls that were active, the Hazakes ladies, they were very active. But it seems it's only two of the girls that were part of the Black Queens when they were just booted out. And to me, not the best.
You know, the problem we have in GH in Ghana is that the moment a person is playing foreign football or playing in a foreign country, and even if not having much playing time, then it's better than someone playing full time in Ghana.
this is bad because
our style of recruitment is just not
very
the
bad.
best.
These ladies were playing week in, week out. They were training, they were preparing, and they have much telepathy was there, the cohesion was there. If we pick at least 5 of these players, they could have helped. But all the same, the black queens were booted out, and we just have to make sure that the Hazaka's ladies were given the best investment, the best of resource. Yes, the best preparation. They touched down, and we are not demanding so much from them, but they just have to give their very best, and we'll appreciate
beautiful ladies. Yeah, sure.
Dennis, good afternoon to our listeners once again. Hazaka's ladies, yes, of course. This is a good news to them and to the nation as a whole. They have come very far. We're able to win the WAFU Zone B tournament, and that gave them the qualification to Egypt to partake in this tournament. This is the maiden edition, and it's a plus for them. This is an opportunity for them to make a name for themselves and for the nation as a whole. I think they are in good shape for now to going into the competition. They are more inspired than ever because they cannot feel that they have what it takes to. I just pray that going forward, everything goes on well for them. Even if they fail to win the ultimate, I believe they have come far.
And make a statement.
It's going to work for them in their subsequent appearances, except that the competition in the nation is very strong. If they still maintain this momentum, they may still win the slot to go. Or even if they don't, I believe any other team from the country that will rep will do well, because Ghana football has come to a stage that we've all realized there is that tremendous improvement. So I just want them to. They first, they should know they are not only there to make names for themselves, but they are representing Ghana, and they must as well as make name for put that in the back of their minds that they are making name for Ghana as well. So I pray and I hope that they do well in the competition. Like the coach said, you see, he's that sort of experienced coach when it comes to female football. So I believe that he said there is no way they will put pressure on themselves. But saying that doesn't mean they are just going to be passovers or they are just going to make the numbers in the competition. Yeah, I want to believe that he just he has what it takes. Yes, of course, I believe in that he has what it takes to lead the ladies to win the competition, and I just want to believe that he knows what he's up to, and I support him in every angle. I pray that everything goes on well. Then at the end of the day, that command that we have on female football or women football in Africa will still be there.
Yeah, I watch the squad and we watch the ladies. At least they have height. You know, normally Ghanaians, we don't normally have ladies with height in the fraternity, but this time around you see tall ladies in the team, and the way they played, you know, the energy and the understanding, the telepathy is just good. So I think with good preparation, I think they are not going to let their guards down. They also need this more than we, the fans, ourselves. So I think, like the coach Storo said, Coach Yusuf Basigi said, no, they're not going to put in unnecessary pressure on themselves. They're just going to do what they know how to do. And this is the maiden edition. You know, anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. So everyone is there to experience it. So just go have fun and do what you love doing on the pitch. It's as simple as ABC. Then we're good to go. So we wish them all the very best and all that. So yes.
Unlike in the men competition where our North African brothers have upper hand. In the ladies competition they don't. It's mostly controlled by the West.
The West.
So we hope that in this competition, being a rep from the West, and we hope that we make them for ourselves. This is the opportunity to make history.
I believe they will do something. I strongly believe.
For them, they have played very well. Azaka's ladies have really played very well because they were able to keep the cohesion, the understanding, the unity, and the bond was super. So if they can take that there, they will surprise the whole of Africa. That is why I was surprised and shocked that the Black Queens do not have much of these players as their core.
Well,
that would be difficult.
No, that would be difficult. But you see, the time we were playing the qualifiers, these were active. These players were very active. So I was thinking that at least 5 of these players would have formed a core.
You know, the Black Queens already have a core team that most of them ply their trades outside.
And I believe they are active.
They are active. Some are on scholarship, some are students, and that's what they are doing. Some are in clubs. So what happened the last time was that some clubs were unable to release the players on time. And because Messi Tego said that before they left, that she was a bit disappointed, but she's going to use the materials that she has to at least do something. But it's just unfortunate that the second leg we were not able to score more. We were leading and conceded a red card, received a red card, and I know.
All things being equal, we have always been intimidated by Nigeria. We have always been.
Yeah, they've invested more. And they have, let's face it, Nigeria is so big. Ghana can go into Nigeria about 5 times. So they will have plethora of players to select from. And they have lots of clubs that are active playing women football. You know, this lady at Barcelona, is it?
There is.
Oshola.
Wonderful.
Look at from Africa.
She scored in the first leg.
Yeah, she scored. Yeah, so
that is why at times when you look at things, the way we are managing things, you have a player in the squad that is telling us that, listen, the way Nigerians are preparing, we are not preparing like that. And that player was sidelined just for voicing out something.
Why is that we don't like advice?
I don't get it. Because you have one of your best players that is saying that when you look at the Nigerians, the kind of preparation they are getting, we should get a little of that. We'll be able to face them. And when you look at the game they play against the Nigerians, they play very well. But because that player said that, he was not given the opportunity to play. We should not be doing this.
Punishing ourselves, thinking we are punishing others. Yeah, well, anyway, now we continue. So we wish them all the very best in their preparations and in the tournament proper. And we believe we're going to make a mark. We're going to leave a statement. We will not come there as spectators. We will go there as citizens of CAF. And do something, because Ghana is noted for football. Ghana is noted for sports.
Yeah.
Now, let's continue. And, we'll be coming to... I'd wanted us to also talk to Dr. Prince Pambo today, but it wasn't possible. He's engaged, and it's not possible because it's very necessary. He was advising... he's a CAF medical doctor now. He's advising Rafael Domina and his management that the management should sit him down and tell him that, hey, you've survived this about 3 times. You might not be lucky the next time. Medically, the implants that they did is maybe having another effect. So it's better he stop football. Call it quits, and maybe go into management. You can be a scout, you can be a coach, there are so many ventures in sports that he can do. He can be an agent and all that, not necessarily still kicking football, because Agbanogona Lafia no, and so that's it. So he's saying that his management should forget about the money they are making and talk to this lad that, hey, definitely you call it quits one day. Mado Toduna Ngone Mado. And I was using Julian Nagelsmann as an example. He didn't have a heart problem, but it was just a leg injury. He called it quits. He became one of the best, youngest managers in the world, managing RB Leipzig. Most of the players were older than him. but he still managed. He started around age 28, 29. You know, in Africa, will they allow you? Is it the But most of the players from Hoffenheim were older than him. He got the nod for RB Leipzig. We saw he did in the German Bundesliga. I think he was second twice or so. He went to the UEFA Champions League, almost getting to the semi-finals and all that. So, and now he's the head coach of Bayern Munich. So that should tell you that there are a whole lot of work to be done. If you are a footballer, you can go off board whilst still playing. You'll still be working on your papers, on your certificates or qualification as to what you want to become. So I think it's in place that his managers sit him down and tell him that, hey, we would have loved you continue, but your life first. Your life first. Your life matters most, and that's it. That's why the referees are there to protect life. Sergio Kun Aguero felt it that no, there's unusual feeling in his heart. He had to stop, and frankly speaking, when they checked him, he nearly had a cardiac arrest. So he'll be out of action for 3 months. So we should be what we eat, especially as footballers, not necessarily as footballers, but human beings. Anything you put in your system, it's very, very important. You know, at times they will be on diet and they'll be doing things secretly and all that. When he went to Real Zaragoza, it happened, and when he had to leave for Brighton and Hove Albion, that's when they detected that no, the guy is having a heart problem, so they couldn't sign him for Brighton and Hove Albion. Like that, he will be in the English Premier League. So I think the advice is just in place.
Yes, for your life is very important. And if you have a doctor that is advising you, looking at your circumstances and the situation around you, you have to adhere to instruction and advice, because the game is becoming very physical at a point and very tactical. You have to do a lot of thinking.
Now it's pacey.
Yeah, very pacey. And the speed is also there. And whilst, you know, there are lots of things that we don't even look at. When you don't even have the ball, you have to look very dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
And that is where you're thinking a lot. That is where pressure is also on you.
You know, I love this system right now that will be bringing the heat map of players. You realize that 100 by 90 or 110 by 120, you realize players occupied about 80 kilometers, 90 kilo, 110. Kante and Co do 110, 120 kilometers. And just imagine, can you walk for 4 kilometers?
That is it.
If you walk for 4 kilometers, you feel it. But these players are occupying within 1 hour 30 minutes. They will occupy minimum 60, 70, 80 kilometers.
You are training the same thing.
Yeah, every day.
And you are playing midweek.
Weekend. And the opponents you meet will determine the pace you use.
Once
the grounds you cover.
Then the grounds you cover once you're having the real game. When you are playing Chelsea now, you are playing City now, you need to work hard.
You're playing Liverpool, you need to work hard.
Very hard. So the players also need to be given so much attention.
You know, I yesterday when we were watching the Champions League game, I told a friend Isaka that I'm so happy at times the VAR delays.
Yeah.
Because the players take a breather. You know, they relax a bit. The energy is back. But if we are only thinking about the game is paused, the Vivi Guavo.
That is, if you have not played the game before, you know,
you need those breathers. So,
seriously, still, if you have not played the game before, you will not know how your heart. At times when you are running, they dribble you here.
You have to cover.
You cover. And you have to do a lot of running. At times you do a lot of running, the ball will not even come.
I remember Storo telling his other teammates, Mavaina, no lem. You know, at times you run, at times you dash, and the ball will not come. You need to recover, then come and mark again. Then you have to create space again. You know, making unnecessary runs, which are very necessary anyway.
And when you are playing for a club that the manager is demanding,
the club is demanding. The fans are demanding.
Very demanding.
The teammates are demanding.
Oh,
then everything becomes demanding.
Then those that you are not even seeing are also demanding. You see? So
the pressure.
That is why the clubs have to manage their players. That is why these days I'm happy how clubs, especially the elite clubs, are putting a lot of measures in place to be able to manage these players when an advice from a practitioner, a medical doctor, when they have gone through a